Okay, so here we are with another Adobe Premiere tutorial as part of our digital content production series. In this video we're going to look at how you can apply titles and graphics to your video content. So here we are back in Adobe Premiere, just leading on from that previous video from color grading. What we're going to do, just to show you the process that I go through and help you working with various projects, is basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to save a copy. So I'm going to create a new project and I'm going to call it titles. I'm going to save that, and what we can do within our file menu, we can close all projects, save changes. Yes, we'd like to save changes, and open a project and find that one with just created titles. So my reason for doing that, for saving a copy, is I want to work on the same project, but I don't want to affect that previous project that we were working on. So that, just a little tip of how you can work, get in the mindset of working with multiple projects. We can make copies and tweak from there. So here we go, we've got our little cocktail video, and looking at this, it's just over 10 seconds long. So maybe this is something that we want to create a little 10-second clip for a cocktail bar, social media, for example. Maybe it's something that's going to play on a loop or something like that. Whatever, I don't know what the plan with this is. But looking at this, I think maybe if it's part of an advert, we have a nice space here that we could potentially add some kind of title or promotional offer or something like that. So maybe it's, 2-for-1 cocktails on a Tuesday. So we want to add that title to our video footage. So the easiest way to do this is, first, what we'll do, because we're working with graphics and titles, we're going to use the graphics workspace, and I'm just going to make sure that that is the saved workspace, so it looks exactly the same as what you guys can see. In our essential graphics tab, we have a lot of pre-made templates that we can just drag and drop and customize onto our video. So let's have a look. So for example, with our what are known as motion graphics, we can drag this onto our timeline. And let's see what happens as we play this. So you can see as that clip starts, the title pops in and it gives us a scope to copy that. Now let's have a look. So I'm not a massive fan of that one. Let's have a look at the browse again, and just see if there's anything that's kind of suitable. Let's have a look. What's that one? So that is a nice little fade in there. So maybe that's a nice transition in and a transition out. So let's use that one as a starting point. So now that we are within our item, we can see now we've been moved over to the edit tab, so we can browse and we can edit. So let's have a look. Let's go back to this and let's have a look. So the text, so you can see how this has been built. We can see that we have some effects that have been applied to it, and we have that text layer. So we can customize this text layer, and we can write whatever we want. So let's have a look. Let's write 2-for-1 cocktails every Tuesday, something like that. Okay, so let's see what happens here now. So we can see that just fades in nicely there and then fades out. Now we can change the timing of this because it's a motion graphic. The animate in, so the fade in, and the animate out will move when we change the start and the end point. So something that can show. And what I'm going to do, I think we will make that one smaller. Let's just make that so you can kind of see that animate in, that animate out. But the position of this isn't great. You know, it's a busy background. It's crossing over onto the glass. We've got a nice big space here that we want to move it into. So let's move it. Make sure that you have your title layer selected, and we can go up to our effect controls. Remember, if it's not visible, window, effect controls, and we can change the position. Of our graphic. So maybe we want that to come in a little bit sooner, so we're just going to move that start point. So if we now play back our file, you can see that title come in and fade out. We can customize that further. If we're thinking we're not really happy with that font, we can click on our text layer within your Essential Graphics tab, and we can change that font to whatever we want. So maybe we want something a little bit more script-like. Maybe not that, I don't like that one. So there's how we've used one of the preset motion graphics. But how would we make our own? Maybe we don't like any of the presets, or maybe we just want simply a very simple title. So let's have a look at building one of these from scratch.